Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night and that you'll enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching.
Okay, you guys are gonna love this. Classic me. So, I had my car serviced yesterday at Canadian Tire, and they told me, oh, you need to get oil and a good idea for an oil change. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that next week. But then he's like, no, you need to get oil and put it in. You have less than a liter in your car. So I was like, okay, no big deal. So I go to pick up oil. After looking at, 100 different brands of oil, the guy tells me what actual oil my car needs. Okay, fine. I get it. But then as I'm walking up to the cashier, I stop because I look and I'm like, I don't put gas in my engine. What? It says for gasoline engines only. So I walk back to the service counter like an idiot. And I said to the guy, I'm like, I think I have the wrong oil. And he's looking at me and he goes, I have the same car as you. He's just a year older. He's like, trust me, it's fine. And I said, no, it says for gasoline engine only. He goes, do you know the difference between a diesel and a gas engine? And I was like, so as he's laughing at me, he goes, okay, well, he says, you don't drive a diesel. He says, you have a gas engine, whatever. So I was like, oh. He's like, so just go pay for it. So then I go and
Okay, hold on. Let me stop the video here for a second because I'm curious. If you don't drive a diesel and you don't put gas in your car, what is that magic potion you put in your car? And is it cheaper? I know there's E15, E85, but I'm not sure you would have found those to put in your car if you don't know what you're driving and what type of fuel you need. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about that and I'm just curious, like I said, so you guys help me out.
I go to put the oil in myself in the parking lot. Yeah, this old man loved every minute of it. So I didn't know where the oil went. I didn't see a sign that says pour oil here. So, and after the last mistake I made, I was kind of nervous. I didn't want to do it. And that's a different video, trust me. But I ended up pulling the dipstick out and I'm trying to pour the oil into where the dipstick goes. So this little old man comes over and he's like, can I help you with that? And I said, no, I'm good. I got this. And he goes, you have no idea what you're doing. I said, yeah, I do. I'm just putting oil in my car. And he's like, honey, that's not where your oil goes. That's where you check your oil. I need a man, okay? Like this whole single life, it's not working for me. I do not know how to take care of my car. I was never taught how to take care of my car. I always had a man to take care of my car. Like, I bake, I cook, I clean, I work, I will take care of you. I will do whatever needs to be done. I just need a man to help me take care of my car and like all the dirty jobs because like I don't like the dirty jobs.
So, moral of the story, you need a man. We got it. Now, not that your video was not fun to watch, but all that could have been said in 2 seconds. I need a man. We all know that anyway. That ideology that you all follow, I don't need a man, I want a man, or I don't need a man, that all crumbles when you do need a man, right? And don't get me wrong, like you said in the video, you were never taught how to take care of your car. You could probably learn how to put oil in your car. That's not the issue. The issue is at some point you're gonna need a man in your life. And I can see that ideology was pushed on you because when that guy came up to you and said you need any help, you said no. You're gonna handle it. Even though you knew from the beginning you had no idea what you were doing. So maybe next time just say yes. There's no shame in accepting help, and there's no shame in accepting the fact that you can't possibly know everything about everything.
For anyone who hasn't seen that video, I'm gonna give you a TLDR. Dude and this girl go on 2 really good dates. And on the second date, after it's like going really well, they were connecting, whatever, they're like at a beach and he asks her if she ever like wonders what it feels like to be in her peak fitness. And then proceeds to like send her this long text saying that she's like perfect in all these different ways, she's just not thin. This is why it is so important, girls, to get gamed up. When I was trying to hack my dating strategy, I studied men and I studied the game that they used. And then I studied girl game. And this is what I found. After going down several very dark YouTube rabbit holes of alpha male dating strategy, men will literally tell other men to specifically go after insecure, overweight women because the hot ones are too much effort, they have too big of a head, we have too many options, we're entitled. So they encourage men to go after overweight, insecure women because then they can form attachments with them and slowly encourage them to like lose weight for them. And that way, when she's actually hot, she's still attached to you and she's a good woman. I've heard this like multiple times, not just from one person and not just from one video.
This right here is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. I know I can't find enough time to watch YouTube videos, but I find it hard to believe that men will come up with something this dumb. You studied men to up your dating game? If that was the case, you will not still be single. Losing weight doesn't happen overnight. So we're gonna tell men to go for girls they don't like, hoping that maybe in a year they're gonna turn into girls that they like? No, I really doubt men will come up with something this dumb.
This content is typically geared at like weak, undesirable men who don't have anything real to offer a woman and they have to rely on manipulation tactics to like get one. Not only that, but bad men, not only this, but bad men in the early stages of relationships will make little digs at you, will criticize you, will make you feel insecure to see how you're going to respond if you take it or not. So good on this girl for walking away from that connection. And thankfully, she just wasted 2 dates of her time. But it's a good learning opportunity. And there's actually a second lesson in here too that I'll just say. When, ladies, you are looking your best, you're feeling your best, you're confident, you're showing that you're taking care of yourself, that you really value yourself, you are going to be a repellent for a lot of guys like that because you're too much work. There's like a higher barrier to entry. So one of the best strategies that I learned in Girl Game is to level yourself up and weed those guys out.
Yeah, so obviously you weeded all of them out. But at some point you're talking about girls looking their best. So you are kind of contradicting yourself, aren't you? If you let yourself go, gave up on yourself, and chose the easier way out, it's not exactly you looking the best. Not exactly you being the best version of yourself, is it? I know all of you really believe that if you're gonna shame men into finding you attractive for whatever you are, that's gonna work out. Well, obviously it's not. No amount of shaming tactics is gonna make men give up on their preferences just because you're telling them to.
So this might not ever get posted, but I decided, at least for myself, I'm gonna start a new series of what drunk, which, I'm so hungover. What things did Drunk Grace do last night? So, well, it has come to my attention that when I am drinking alcohol, I have quite the oral fixation. What do I mean by that? I mean, I tend to suck face with anything and everything that's willing. Like, I just hit a level of drunk and my mouth wants to be super glued to. So anyway, I was out at a bar last night and with some friends, and we met these 2 guys, and we decided to leave the bar with them because it closed down, whatever.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. 3 minutes of saying nothing. She ends up going home with 2 different guys that she never met before, and let's cut to the end of the video because this is way too boring. Also, please let me know in the comments if me cutting the videos short is annoying to you, so I know not to do it again.
It's time to leave. We all call our Ubers. I'm taking a different Uber than the 2 other girls, so their Uber comes and they leave. So I'm alone in the apartment with these 2 dudes. Okay, so I'm standing near the door. Mustache man helps me get my jacket on. He's like, I really had a great time with you. Can I get your number? I'm like, yep, here you go. Here's my number. So sweet, so wholesome. We love to see it. The tall guy takes my purse, runs around the corner into the bedroom, and I'm like, what is he doing? I need to go get my purse from him. Run around the corner, grab my purse. He walks towards me, picks me up, throws me up against the wall, starts making out with me. Oral fixation, I'm not gonna stop it. Let's go at it. We're the only 3 people in this 1-bedroom apartment. So the mustache man walks in and he literally just goes, cool, Grace, your Uber's here, you should probably go. And so the guy puts me down and we stop making out, and I was like, great night, guys.
This sounds worse than the worst porn movie. She went out to a bar with her friends, they end up at some guy's apartment, her friends dished her in the apartment with 2 random strangers, and of course she did nothing else with those 2 men because the mustache man came and said, hey, your Uber's here. Yeah, does anyone else think that last part is BS, or is it just me? The sad part is, as far as I'm concerned, she looks like the type of girl that you will take home to meet your mother. If, of course, your mother's blind and she passed away a few years ago.
Hey guys, this is my number one tip for posting on TikTok. I went from 30 followers to 80,000 followers in just 2 days. And the tip is you need to post between 20 and 80,000 times a day. Good luck!
Yeah, I don't know what you've been smoking, but I want some. Also, for the love of God, say what you have to say. It should not take a minute to say 2 words. But this is her followers. Of course, it's 8,000, not 80,000. And of course, what she means when she says what to do to increase your followers is basically wear underwears. I know you guys can't see it, but she's wearing underwear. And funny enough, the reason why she has only 8,000 followers is because she's wearing some not so pretty underwear, just some tidy whities.
You know what's weird is I've never seen a guy be like, you know all those men that are like coming inside women? Have more self-respect. You shouldn't just go around sleeping and coming inside any woman that lets you buy them a drink. I don't see that same shaming happening. Why is it still taboo that some women sleep with men the way those men sleep with women?
Well, first of all, we don't go around asking guys where they came. That's not anywhere on my to-do list. Second of all, maybe because it takes more effort for a guy to sleep with a woman. Third of all, maybe you should not be sleeping around with any guy that offers you a drink. And last, how do you even blink with that ring in your eye?
Imagine me. I got my life together. I have a house. Not a house, a condo. I bought it myself. I have a dog. I raised her. I pay for her food. I pay for her vet bills. I have a car. I pay for my car insurance. I pay for everything. I pay for my clothes. I pay for gas. I go to work. I have a wonderful job that I honestly truly love. I go to the gym. I work on myself. I work on myself mentally. And you're telling me that at the age of 24, I'm crying over a man. When I have everything I need in my life, I have everything I've ever dreamed for, and I'm here crying over a man. Why? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I literally have everything in the world. I literally have my own place. At 23, I bought my place. And I thought that was going to be peak, and it was. It is. But I'm sitting here crying over a man.
Everything you said is expected from an adult. Paying your own bills, having your own car, having your own house, that's nothing special. You see it as an achievement, it's your achievement. The part where you're crying over a man, that's something you cannot get. Obviously because of you. I had to cut 30 seconds of your video where there was just you calling yourself a bad bee. Can you not see the problem? You crying over a man, that's the part that is missing into your life. To complete your life, you need a man. Obviously you cannot get one. That's mostly because, like you said, you're a bad bee and men don't want a bad bee. And because, unlike popular belief, you need to put in some work to get a man. And I hate to break it to you, you're gonna keep on crying over a man over and over. Because, like I said earlier, that's the part that you cannot buy. Maybe from now on, stop listening to what your sisterhood is telling you and start listening to what men want. None of those men that you want, not some bum, will care about how much money you make, what type of dog you have, or what car you're driving. Even though he's not gonna pay your bills while you're dating, as soon as you move in together, he's gonna start paying your bills. And that is why how much money you make is irrelevant.
Okay, this is a theory of mine. I feel like it's going to piss off a lot of people mainly, but here we go. I feel like a lot of men say they want a strong woman without actually wanting a strong woman. Like they want one in theory, but not in practice. Because as a strong woman, I'm going to push back on you and I'm going to challenge you. And a lot of men do not like that. What I think they actually want is a woman who's hyper independent. They want a woman who does everything for themselves, everything, including emotional labor. They take care of themselves emotionally. Now, I'm very proud of being incredibly independent, but I also want to know that I can also be a little codependent on someone else too, because that's part of a relationship. You're supposed to have healthy codependency with your partner. Okay, so stay with me here. Let's look at it in terms of plants, because a lot of men want a beautiful, gorgeous plant, right? But they really only have the capacity for a succulent. Nothing wrong with a succulent, but baby, I'm an orchid. I'm a fiddle leaf fig. You gotta put in effort.
Right, so after watching your video, I realized that I'm gonna need a psychiatrist. Unfortunately, the one that could actually help me probably isn't even born yet. How exactly does that work? You're extremely strong and independent, but you're also codependent. To me, that makes no sense. To me, it sounds pretty much like me saying, I'm gonna go for a job interview, I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna love working here, but don't expect me to come to work. Or even better, I'll go to a bank, ask for $30,000 in loan, but I'll make sure they write it down that I'm not gonna pay it back. And then I'll act surprised when people start to look at me funny. In reality, men do want a strong woman, not an annoying one. A strong woman, not a crybaby. And if you knew anything about men, you knew that already.
You will never have to play games with the right person. You will never have to be someone you're not, or fake, or do things you don't want to do, or say things you don't want to say. The right person will take you exactly how you are, no matter what. It should be easy. It should feel effortless. I promise.
Oh, you promise? Well, in that case, that changes nothing. I'm still not gonna take your word for it. Maybe that's what you feel in your case, but just because you feel like that, it doesn't make it true. I'm just supposed to take you for what and who you are, and all you have to do is show up. Well, let me ask you this. With this mindset, how's that working out for you so far? I'm gonna guess not so great, right?
Just wanted to come on here and remind you that rejection is redirection. So congratulations, because now you are one step closer to meeting the person that's right for you.
Yeah, the only problem with redirection is if you're redirected in the same direction all the time, you're pretty much running in circle. So maybe just stop for a second, consider where you are and where you need to go. This is a NASCAR. You don't need to take the left turn every time. Maybe taking the right turn every now and again will actually be the right turn.
What do you offer in a relationship apart from and non-cap?
I have bipolar.
Damn. So what?
So like I'm adventurous. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much what she said when she put bipolar and adventurous in the same sentence was there's gonna be three of you doing it at all time. Now, I'm not sure if she meant she's gonna bring a friend or if there's gonna be another of her personality involved. Just know that from now on, while dealing with her, there's gonna be three of you in the bed at all time. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and what she meant is she wants you to bring one of your friends. But anyway, I made this way too long, so it's time to end it here. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.